Exactly, you touching it.
I'm touching everything. Oh god, and that's it. We're live on Twitch right now, so a huge welcome to
Well done.
we get man.
Such introduction.
Dude, we're gonna get cancelled so hard. Like
Such a good
we've already
end.
had like paedophile chats on this fucking thing. Like how Twitch hasn't kicked us out, I don't know. But
You should probably clarify in a joking manner, because that's one hell of an intro to a video.
I was not
That's
fiddling
amazing.
with my mouse. This mouse, okay. Thanks, Simon.
It's wireless, yes?
Thanks for ruining my perfect intro, you wanker.
Oh, yeah, wait. Is it wireless?
What, my
I'm seeing
mouse?
what
What,
you
my
guys
mouse?
drink. I'm gonna have to
Yes.
do this.
A wireless mouse.
Oh, more fun than...
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
understand.
Easier to fondle. Anyways, we are here live on Twitch with Thrasherwolf. Welcome, dudes.
Hello.
Fuck yeah. How are everyone? Everyone well?
Very well.
Eh,
Pretty much.
Nah.
Yeah, bored of this same room.
yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah. We were talking about it earlier. Like, we had a quick like band meeting before we come hang out with you guys, and we're just saying like it's been like so shit. It's like it's just so frustrating with like the whole lockdown stuff. But like, thankfully, it's kind of coming to an end now. So, I mean, are you guys like a bit more enthusiastic about music at the minute?
Well, we just actually come back from a rehearsal ourselves.
Sick.
So
I
yeah,
literally
it's always nice
today.
to be able to get out and
Yeah.
Rehearsal?
Yeah, but yeah, you know, fuck
Yeah.
off, Boris. You
No way!
anchor.
I mean,
You didn't hear that?
like me to like you know.
How was rehearsal then, man? How was it?
Make me jealous, mate.
Yeah, it's good. I actually got to like stroke Alex's face for the first time in ages.
It's
Oh.
true, that did happen.
Yeah.
How much? How much has it
It's
changed?
the main thing we've missed about music, I think, is the face stroking. If you asked any band, I think that's what they'd say.
Yeah.
Simon,
Oh, this has
Fuck the
started.
music.
This has
let me touch
started
your
off
face.
strong.
it is. I tell you now, man.
On a serious note, to be honest, people have asked me, like my friends, like, "Oh, you're in a band. Have you missed the music and this and that? Isn't it exciting that we can come back?" And the first thing I say is, twice we've been told it's going to come back, and we've put the tour dates on Facebook and done it all, and I've told all my friends, yeah, now it's going to happen, and then it doesn't. So this third time, I know there's a vaccine and better things in place now, but I'm not getting excited until it's the week and it's happening.
Dude, like, yeah,
Sorry, Dan.
Don't jinx it, bro.
I know.
Touch wood.
he's just pissed on your firework, Dan.
Yeah, sorry, but it's not my feelings.
I kind of echo that, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm a bit scared that like Boris is gonna fucking lock us up and throw away the key again. But
Yeah, exactly, man. Quite a few of my friends have never seen me gig because we kind of started around the time of lockdown, and I really think they think I'm lying because I just keep saying, "Oh, next week, we'll be in Bristol doing this," and then it just doesn't happen.
like, yeah, sure.
Maybe
you
it's all
will.
in your head, Alex.
I mean, by now we would have done the Camden's Rocks Fest. That would have been fucking awesome. Our first tour, I think. Who was our first tour supposed to be with?
That was Thousand Scars, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
1,000 Scars. We'd have done our first tour by now as well. Which
Oh man.
and it's like a punch in the gut knowing that you could have done so much in that time. I know every band is in this situation, but like, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't make it any easier. Like, you know, and like planning a tour as well. Like, there's so much work goes into it, and like, you know, and all like the social media shit, like the tedious things that like none of us enjoy, you know, and put all that hard work in, and then it's like, yep, fuck you guys, like, you know, man. So yeah, no, like we 100%. I know, like with us four guys, like we fucking feel your pain on that one, man. So, but I mean, tell us about like that tour then. Like, I mean, how many dates do you have planned and stuff?
We was sort of like the how put it, like backup headliners on it. I suppose it was like 1,000 Scars, then us, and then a bunch of guests underneath us for I think 4 dates UK. It'd been Bolton, Rotherham, Bristol, and 1 date in London, which for our first tour I think is pretty
Yeah,
decent.
that's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty fair.
Apart from Rotherham.
Yeah, apart from Rotherham.
I mean, yeah, I'm not,
No,
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I mean, no one wants to go to Bolton either, do they? You know.
I mean, I barely want to
I
go
don't
to
think
London.
I've ever been.
Maybe. I'm going to see the set of Phoenix Nights, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you just could.
Yeah, it's like the tour of the places you'd never want to tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm really bad at geography, so I'm just sitting here like, haha, these are locations. Yeah.
Haha, it's funny names. Yeah. I like it.
It's really weird to think back on these times when we were meant to be touring because we were moving relatively quickly as a band. We had started doing, the first crappy warm-up gigs you do when you're a new band, and then suddenly Fighting Cocks, which was great, and then suddenly this tour. And going back then, we were meteoring upwards at quite a fast trajectory. And I think it would have been brilliant had COVID not just put the brake on it for about a year and a half.
Do you think like when you get back going, then do you think that's going to continue, like that big upward trend, or
We see no reason why not. When we first applied to Camden Rocks, we were applying from the position of having about 1,000 followers online and, having an album in the works. And now we've reapplied again with 5 times that amount of people and the album out and having it been reviewed, etc., etc. So we've gone from strength to strength, considering we haven't been able to play in the flesh. So one can only hope that the momentum sustains.
Yeah, man. No, for sure. Really hope so. And for every band as well. Every band that's in that situation, But yeah, it just super sucks. What did you say?
I mean, I listen to your music and I think, fucking hell, man, that is really well done. And I think, that says a lot for it in itself, when your music comes across as being a professional band. And to be fair, I didn't even know how long you guys had been together. So, the name in itself is a brilliant name for a band, and the music kind of matches your name. So I can't see why you wouldn't go from strength to strength, along with all the other thrash bands that are my friends in the underground scene as well. So,
Thank you very
I'm really
much,
impressed. I just want to say that.
Cheers, bud.
Fucking ditto, man. Totally agree. Like, checking out the shit on Spotify, man. It is sick. And like I say, like, really cool to see a band as well that have I don't know, like encapsulated your image as well, like along with like the name, the music, as I say, and your imagery. So like I think you've really got that like going for you guys. So yeah, I'm
going to give this one straight to Dan. I'm pointing down to Dan on my mic. I don't know if that's the same for all of you. He came up with all the original imagery stuff and all that. So Dan, take that one.
Dan the man. A round of applause for you, my friend.
Cool. Everyone looks like really young as well.
Oh no, yeah, but like
especially Dan, he looks really young.
Reckon?
My amazing.
Yeah.
Dan's the boomer of the group.
Dan, do you moisturize?
Oh.
Well, let's just. I'm not gonna like. Yes.
Good man, good man. Good. May I trouble you to ask what type of moisturizer do you use? Because I'm thinking of getting some.
So metal.
Seaman.
Yeah.
We were all thinking it.
Lockdown's been boring, okay?
Stem cells or something. That's what I need.
He's got a jar now saved up from lockdown.
Please don't expose that jar. We've got a pretty short-lived life on Twitch as it is, so like.
You think he's drinking beer? He's not.
Someone had to lower the
That's
tone.
juice.
Someone had to lower.
Hey, you want to lower the tone? I'll go lower, mate. Much lower. Dan, you were saying serious things about names and imagery and whatnot before you started drinking semen.
Definitely moving on.
This really isn't an interview, is it?
Awkward pause. Awkward pause.
This is where I need my soundboard. I just need that splat sound. That's what I need, damn.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we need that.
I'll have to pull that up at some point.
Say, I look really young, motherfucker. I'll derail your whole interview.
How dare you compliment my youthful looks?
I'm actually 55, so it's quite the insult.
Maybe the oldest one.
Right, Dan, names, imagery, nice band things.
Yeah. Tell us about how you come up with that, dude.
Before we go on to moisturising with spunk.
we did that.
I just want to mention it like once more, just on the off.
Alright, okay. Alright.
Yeah, it came about. Realised a lot of bands that had Wolf in the title just sort of did somewhat well, and there wasn't really another band that was sort of honing in on that sort of thrash element to the Wolf angle. And I thought, fucking hell, this could be a decent angle to go into. And with the dude who was in the band at that point, who just started randomly doing like that name generator thing. That you just randomly like do a random thing here and like the other guitarist at the time came up with fucking Hanging Mammal, and I'm not about to call my fucking band Hanging Mammal.
I quite like
Hanging
that.
Mammal.
I like that too. Like a bad indie band.
Hanging Mammal goes completely against sort of like the way we went with Thrasherwolf anyway, but yeah, just sort of I thought, let's encapsulate on that.
Cool, man. Yeah, cool. Like, what's kind of like the main influences behind like the sound then? Like, obviously, I suppose like this is obviously a massive kind of like open-ended thing, and we're probably gonna sit here and talk fucking half an hour about it. But like, what kind of influence like you guys to like come up with like the tunes that we hear on Spotify?
Influences definitely heading into the Onslaught, Lazarus AD, Creator, very much Creator.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that in there. Yeah,
Yeah,
the rawness anyway, definitely.
yeah, that's sort of thing we were sort of aiming for. That Hordes of Chaos, rawness, maybe even like the Flag of Hate album as well. I'll say there was a lot of different influences in there. We tried to have like a different influence for every single song we put on there. So say Vanity or Ruins was I'm not gonna say a Metallica ripoff, but it was very much in Metallica inspired.
Busted.
Blood Moon especially was inspired by Disposable Heroes, by sort of like its sort of length and it's quite, I'd say, chuggy rhythms coming in from the intro as well. Pretty much the same as the second build-up part in it. Vortex, Death Angel all the way. It's very much inspired by Exodus and Death Angel, like sort of like an amalgamation of the two.
Wicked. And like what on like a obviously like Alex and Jack, like on like a instrumental level, like what kind of influences were you taking up like on the guitar and like bass and stuff?
Okay, I kind of done this in reverse in that before joining Thrasherwolf, I was very much into other scenes where bass was concerned. I played a lot of groove bass and modern contemporary rock, even like some electronic stuff. I was quite keen on using bass synthesizer pedals and making weird out there eclectic stuff. And it was only when I joined Thrasherwolf that I kind of learned the conventions of how thrash bass works. So rather than coming in with influences, I kind of learned around the band, if that makes sense.
Cool. That's pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Like when it comes to like, sorry, Jack, man. Like, what about yourself then, man?
It's pretty much the same for me as well. I come in from more like a punk rock, metalcore kind of background, sort of, and yeah, we sort of grew into it through Dan. So Dan is like the mastermind behind all the songs. It's more we all tend to sit and pick them apart after he writes them, and then that's how they come about.
Oh, right.
As opposed to we all,
babies.
yeah, stitch the corpse back together and hope it works.
I was gonna say Dan is the master of puppets. I was gonna say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
There we go. See what I did there, Dan. See what I did there, man.
Yeah. Much pun. Dan out of us is like the most
us, though, isn't
knowledgeable.
it?
Sorry, pal.
We have. It's the same with us. We've got like Camille who kind of writes the main idea, I suppose, and then I'll tend to come in and pull it apart and, well, not stitch it back together as such, but just pull it apart.
Spoon feed it to the rest of us.
I'll leave my corpses like splayed across the road. Yeah.
So you guys will get this then. If you, for us, Dan is kind of the bedrock of the sound, and he's the most knowledgeable of the metal scene and its conventions in the group. But having just one person dictate the whole band obviously would not be conjunctive to creativity. So it's brilliant that he puts the ideas out, and then we get to expand on them as a band. And he's quite good. We can just say, yeah, this bit, eject, etc., etc., and we end up with something that's pure to the scene and very thrash in its definition, but has 5 cooks in the kitchen. 4. We're a 4 band of 4. Fuck, what am I saying? What am I doing? What am I doing?
Who's the 5th member?
Quick, show the bottle.
Show the bottle.
Sperm in a jar.
I'll pretend that I meant to say 5 the entire time.
Really? Are you the 5th member?
Good old Rosie.
I think.
And I was making an eloquent point right up until I just fucked it, but it's fine. Alcohol doesn't matter.
Man, this is what the show is all about. It's all about fucking up eloquent moments. So, I wanted to bring like Camille.
Oh, I do that all the
I
time.
wanted to bring Camille in on this because Alex, you spoke about like the pedals, like for making the bass sort of stuff. Camille has got a huge pedal board, and probably has like every freaking pedal like I've ever seen in my life.
It's a war machine.
It's
Okay.
huge. It is huge.
Ah, dude.
Yeah,
that's awesome,
so
man.
like Camille and Alex, I mean, could you tell us a bit like about the pedals you were using?
Oh, sure. See, I'm going to be really boring now because for Thrasherwolf, it's nothing that insane. Hang on.
Nice.
Oh, dude, that is beautiful. Am I seeing the volume pedal while guessing the one laid horizontally is for your amp specifically, like a 5-channel bank?
Okay, so starting from here, that's the wah pedal. However, I'm going to use the Zach White wah pedal as well. There's on the bottom
Sweet, man.
volume pedal, so I'm planning to just put on a board as well. This
Right.
is whammy pedal with how they call it, drop box tune.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a whammy pedal, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like,
tube screamer,
what do you call it?
harmonizer,
Octave pedal.
Ocean 12 is very good, but unfortunately, if you have Mesa and you have the previous FX loops, it doesn't work correctly. You have to just improve that, you know.
Okay.
So from paralyzed to serial, yeah, change that.
Sure.
That's the decimator too, so it's quite good. Reverb RV5,
Nice.
John Petrucci pedal. That's there is a chorus and phaser and a tremolo and a chromatic tuner. This device is a Boss ES8. It's bloody brilliant because it lets you to change all the pedals and changing the channels in an amplifier using just one button. So it's really amazing.
Useful.
And
Sweet,
it
man.
also flashback delay.
Yeah.
So it's quite good. However, I'm just thinking right now to buy a Line 6 Helix Stomp. It's small.
Yeah.
And it's basically takes less space on a pedal board, which is actually quite useful. And you can use that as a you can connect that with Boss EOS ES8 and you through MIDI using that as a multi effect. So basically, that device could have just 3 buttons, but if you connect that with other MIDI driver, it gives you really lots of unlimited chance to change all the settings. And I was thinking even to just connect that on a 4 cable method. So basically, some of the effects will be going on the front, some on the back, and trying using that kind of stuff to just improve the sound, you know.
I think we all like to put on our blog that Axe Effects and Line 6 boxes are destroying the music scene and, you know, making music all ubiquitous and that, but they're just so good these days. 10 years ago, I'd get that, but now they can handle any sound you throw at them, and quite a few metal bands, when get to the point where money is less of an object, just do defer straight to the Line 6 helixes. Axe Effects, they're just brilliant.
You know, I spoke with one of the guy from Poland a couple months ago about the studio, because we building our own studio. So I was thinking just get some advice about the walls and all that stuff. And basically he said, like, my studio, it's not really huge. It's basically just a room because I'm recording everything in that room. So I said about the drums. So he said, of course, drums we record separately, but all the guitars I'm recording only in that room. So I asked, like, what kind of device you use, like microphones, all that stuff. And he said, I'm using just VST. And I said, like, okay, so what you play?
Exactly what I'm doing.
You're just using one tone all the time. Basically, yeah, that's it, you know. So I believe that if you want to use just one tone, VST and is quite good. But if you want lots of changes, some of the devices let you to do that, but some of them actually block all that stuff, you know. It will just keep you in the same moment with your music and with same tone. And basically, we know if you just stay in one place, you're going backward instead forward.
Did you record your album in a studio or did you record it at home?
At home, yeah. Ah, you ask guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
we
it's
did
not you,
ours in
you
the
said
Finally.
studio.
He catch it. He catch it. Now we can continue.
Yeah, we recorded it at the Brook in Wallington with I'd like to say award-winning producer called Andy Brook, who's recently just worked with
Right.
Status Quo for the latest album, which was a pretty
Alright.
damn cool feat. I mean, kind of far from the stuff we do, but like it definitely let us know that he knew his shit, he knew his stuff. And you guys know about Moshing the Roof on Volume 2, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They,
the new charity
they-
album. We've
yeah,
got
I got the first one.
the first one's an amazing compilation. Try for the second one. The second one is superb.
Yeah, I
we
think they
have a
cleared
new-
$2,000 as well, haven't they, on that?
I
Yeah,
saw a
they've cleared
post
two-
saying that. Yeah.
That's an amazing goal to.
Dang.
We're on the second one, but it's a completely new single with a completely new revitalized sound from the album.
Cool.
So it's like a
Oh,
teaser.
right, okay.
It's like a teaser for what the second album's going to be in the future. It's like it's like the first album, but the guitar tone is like the EV8 standard,
Right.
like heavy.
It's
now,
just a
and,
different amp. The first album we used my PV, what is it, 6505 combo amp,
Yeah.
which was fine.
I
We
do-
chucked it through a Marshall 4x12, and then yeah, for the single we used your EVH to do something
Yeah.
different. So it's not just the
I'm
same
really-
thing.
I'm really dead set on using that EVH to record the second album as well, because the
Oh,
sound we got,
100%, something different.
Sounds awesome as
Like-
well.
dude, that it's just the drive that EVH gives us. I've worked out the perfect tone, the perfect everything, and he just mixes it all together so perfectly. He manages to get Bill's drums sound so fucking thunderous. It's unreal
Sick.
as well.
Sick.
Bill, look at me when I'm complimenting you.
It's okay, Bill. You can say something, man. You can say thanks. Bless him.
For
No,
me,
stay quiet like me.
the ultimate thrash sound is using that orange amp, and
Nice.
you'll probably hate my opinion on this, but it's
Ooh. Oh, okay.
I've heard of them
Jim,
before.
Jim, put your muff away.
Metal MILF.
you will get you'll get the best metal thrash metal sound using one of these pedals.
Dude, as a complete pedal like addict and one who reads all the forums, that is a very controversial opinion, bro.
Yes,
It's like
it
that's
is,
like
yeah.
Metal Zone level controversial.
Yeah,
It
I
is.
love how my
Yeah,
pedals
I
I've gone
know.
backwards as well. I've my pedal board I had like 9 pedals on it. Now I've got 4.
Yeah,
So
we both kind of done this, didn't we? Bought
Yeah.
everything and bought into it all, and now it's just gone down to its most functional, bare bones
Whoa.
kind of way.
Well,
Dan, hold up there.
Yeah, I mean I went
Easy.
Boss Katana head and it is fucking amazing.
Mhm.
But I was
Oh,
quite
TC
surprised at how good it
Electronics,
is.
good stuff. Yeah.
This right here, the fan pedal, only legit 25 quid, and it's got some one of the best straight out metal tones I've ever heard from a pedal.
Dude, cool, man.
It beats all the rest of them.
Guys, I've just seen you here flash the super overdrive pedal, which is funny because that's what I'm using on my rig, but for the bass, and it's an amazing pedal, but I have to keep the dry wet setting on no higher than about 7 or 8%, or it just completely destroys all the subs and just turns into kind of that Muse electronic buzzsaw kind of sound.
Yeah. Like that's it. Like it's interesting, hearing bass tones, and it's something only really since I matured into music, I've actually paid attention to, and I genuinely when I first started playing metal, really didn't give a shit about bass, which I know is probably bad for a drummer, but it was we just worked together. I didn't give too much of a shit about the tone, and the more I listen to it, and the more I hear a tone, it's fuck, man, it makes or breaks a song. It really does.
Absolutely, man. I had a real learning curve when I started using effects, where I realized these effects are amazing. You can do all this stuff, but you can completely destroy all the subs in your tone, and you might as well then just be playing guitar.
Yeah.
It will still sound heavy, but there will be no depth to it whatsoever. And now I've got to be really careful. If money was no object, and when I taught, I would just have a 2-amp system where one is just dedicated to the dry bass tone, so that no matter how crazy it gets, I always have that.
Yeah, you got that happy medium, I suppose, between them. So.
Yeah, but modern pedals are pretty good at including a dry wet setting so that you can preserve some of the original stuff without completely overriding that.
Yeah.
But still, yeah, it's really easy. Again, my super overdrive never goes above really 1 out of 10, or it just completely kills all the subs.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't help but think of Billy Idol every time I hear Super Overdrive. Pretty off subject. Simon, dude, I think you was looking at buying a new guitar. Where are you at with that?
It's actually bolted.
You brought it.
already.
What guitar you got, man?
Did you?
Ibanez
can we see it?
UV7P. No, not yet. It's still in arrived. It was out of stock, so
Oh, what?
I need to wait like 1 month, something like
Is it
this.
stuck on the Suez Canal?
Yes.
If you look real closely, you
good.
can see his guitar, and, hanging out the side of one of the shipping containers. Sorry, what guitar have you got?
Ibanez UV70P, I think. What's the name? The name? It's Universe Premium from Steve Vai, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
I've got nothing against Ibanez, but the way that they name their guitars, it just looks like they button mashed a keyboard, and I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to tell what for?
Yeah, exactly. It's really hard to remember those names. It's
Yeah, it's just like headbutt a keyboard and you've got an Ibanez guitar name.
Yeah.
That's funny because my gigging bass is called the Tallman, and I bought it specifically because it's a short bass. And I'm like, oh, aren't you guys funny? Good job.
Yeah.
Well done. Irony much.
Like it's shorter than usually size of bases?
Yeah, it's a short scale, so it comes out to like a few inches longer than your average electric guitar.
All right.
He likes small things.
He does. He's a short boy. My recording Epiphone is flipping huge, and this like comes out to as long as my arm. But then when I'm gigging and you're on a small stage, you want something that's a bit smaller.
I can't see it.
Phil.
Show me. I love guitars.
Yeah.
Show me.
You wanna
Come on,
see the
man. We
Epiphone?
need to see some guitar porn.
All right, sure thing.
Everyone wants to see guitars. No one wants to see drums.
Fuck off.
This is my baby, my Epiphone.
That's like an explorer type thing.
Yeah, absolutely, man, and it is glorious. But for gigs, this thing literally comes out to the length of my arm, so I can't even fit it all on the fucking camera. But it's not really
Not
a
the first time you said that
gigging
this
guitar. There's like half a tree's worth of wood on this thing.
Shit, man.
That's a 4-string, isn't it? Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's new bass.
I got an Aria Pro 2. Look, like the same one.
Oh, nice, man.
It's pink. It was meant for a girl, but
Jim, you
I
only
don't play
put the pink strings on so you could say you was
Probably
fingering the
myself.
pink. Come on.
one in the pink. One in the pink, one in the stick. Which is
Pinky.
brown one though.
One of our previous bass players, when he started with us, he was 17, actually almost 17.
Okay.
Can someone silence
he used
Jim?
to play on a 6-strings bass. So because we was playing really low, so he tuned a little bit differently that bass. However, after a while, he decided to replace 6-string bass for a 4-string 3/4 bass, which looks like more banjo,
Ukulele.
However,
Oh yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah.
However,
I
just
remember
wanna
that one,
admit he
yeah.
was brilliant bass player, So
He was.
I'm really not
He was.
like that bass. If it's shorter, it still sounds like a normal bass, yeah.
Yeah, I have absolutely no problems with my short scale bass. Like, I would say in a direct side by side comparison with headphones on, you can probably hear that it's not as full or something, but no one in a crowd would ever pick up that 5% difference.
No.
And I've been using it pretty much on every gig I've ever done, and it's worked out completely fine. Never really had an issue. I've switched to straight wound strings on these that feel completely flat to the touch. And that's weird now that my old one still has the old gauges. That's very jarring, but that's about it.
You mean flat wound?
complaints. Flat wound, sorry. Yes,
Flat
yes.
wound. They're really weird, aren't they? They kind of
Yeah.
feel like,
It was weird to get used to, but now I can't really go back.
Yeah, I never knew what they actually were before you showed me.
you just need to
ones
get
you
rid
had
of
on
the
yours.
frets as well.
Yeah, totally,
fretless
man. I
ones.
would consider fretless, but not for thrash metal. It's just too weird, too weird.
That'd be insane.
The
So,
stuff I
so
write.
just clarified. So, of course, the quality of playing is better, but is like the settings of the strings and quality of that set. Is it same like in a normal size guitar?
I think if you was to buy the same models and brands, etc., but one was a 3/4, you'd probably notice a sound difference. I can't deny that, but I've always been of the opinion that tone woods and all this and that is mostly marketing, and it's down to what pickups you've got and the quality of build. And this bass that I use for gigging is really a beginner's / mid entry level one. It's a Tallman 130, I believe, and you can buy them used for about 200 quid on eBay. Really not anything that insane on the price tag, but mine's slightly modded for a darker EQ sweep, and it sounds as good as any other bass I've played. Personally, I use the Epiphone to record, but that's more just because it's a full-size instrument and comfort, whatever. But I really can't fault the short scales. I think there's some out there that are amazing. And for you guitarists on here who have played a Les Paul Jr., they are literally 3/4 sized instruments, but made by the Gibson factories. And I've seen loads of bands use them on stage. There's no real problem, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
Jack,
I
Jack,
don't
what sort
have
of...
any
Sorry,
of those problems, man.
as long as the shit sounds good. Jack,
I'm a complete ESP fanboy. If it's got EMGs, it's black, and it's got ESP on it, I will happily play it.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I don't own any black guitars.
Really?
In my opinion, it's boring.
I got,
Gotta keep it colourful, man. Gotta keep
I
it
got this
colourful.
BC Rich one that's quite nice. Look,
Yeah.
Oh, nice,
I
man.
What have I got that's near?
that's
Go
pro-
on.
How much of an arseache is that to keep in tune with its Floyd Rose?
it's a proper arseache because originally it wasn't a Floyd
Yes.
Rose, as you can see.
Oh,
here.
right.
Very nice.
You can, well, you might be able to see that the original was a straight, and that was actually installed by me.
Oh, God.
Wow.
And I
okay.
routed it
And it's
all
still
out.
standing.
So,
Yeah,
so
the one behind
working.
me was the same. The Floyd that Schecter had on it didn't fit a normal one, and it needed replacing. So I had to kind of take a knife to the finish.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Like, fucking
Yeah,
nightmare.
man.
But this is my baby, and it's the closest one I can reach. A Gibson Les Paul.
nice.
Wow, man.
Is that a proper Les?
Yeah,
proper
Les Paul standard. This is what we used to record a lot of the album.
Oh, mate.
Whenever
it's
he
just-
pulls that out in the rehearsal room, we're all like,
This is-
ooh.
No.
There's kind of angel
Look at
choir
me.
noises in the background.
Yeah, man. Sick.
Yeah, it's
Mine's
just on
like
the bed
mine
where I
looks
haven't pulled
like
the spare
this.
away yet.
Which
Oh,
isn't,
fucking awesome, man.
it's not technically a Les Paul. It's like an Epiphone, but it's one of the first Epiphones. My mate painted this for me. My best mate.
That's so
sick,
cool.
Look, it's
Dude,
got
that's
skulls on the
awesome.
back
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I did up my Epiphone as
Cool.
well.
And
I
that's got
just
an EMG.
swapped all the stock out. I'll grab it
Oh,
quick.
if we're gonna play like whose Les Paul's better, I'm gonna have to get mine out.
All
Yeah.
right, you know what? If we're doing this,
Come on.
Yeah,
on.
I did my Les Paul
Oh,
stand
yeah,
up.
another one.
Come on,
So
get your Les Paul out. Come on. Whoa,
Got me
get your Les
EMGs on
Paul
it.
out.
Right.
Sean,
Yes.
Sean,
Michael-
bring your snare. Bring your
Who
snare.
else has got one?
I'll do both.
Bill, do you want to grab some drumsticks or something to fill in? case?
So at the start of lockdown, I decided the only smart, reasonable thing to do when you lose your job and have new income is to buy a guitar. Of course, you know, smartest choice. And I got myself this bad boy.
Well done. Well done.
Look, you look like Slash holding that.
You know what? It is as heavy as I am. Proper tree trunk bastard.
Tree trunk bastard.
Tree trunk
And
bastard.
there's
Loving
the
that.
ESP. Is that like a baritone ESP?
The ESP Eclipse,
Yeah.
dual EMG.
Oh, man.
I
Really
don't
long
think it's a
neck.
baritone, is it, Dan?
This
It's
one,
black.
I
I
think
remember.
it's just
That's all I
Yeah.
know. It's black. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Can you guys see Dan? He's blanked out on my screen.
I can see him.
Yeah, I can see his guitar.
Okay, just
Oh,
Even
interesting.
Sean's got a guitar. Look,
Oh, no, I don't know how to play it, but
Sean, what's that?
it's a shitty
Nice to look at.
Les Paul copy off of eBay, which cost me £40.
Of Les Paul.
Delivered, and I
40.
yeah £40, and I stripped it down. I sanded it back, put like a sticker basically over it. It's vinyl, and re-lacquered all the back of it and everything. Like done like the covers, like the pickup covers and the switch cover. So yeah, it's okay.
Cool.
Dude, can I ask
That's
how
a-
you got into this whole guitar woodworking thing? Because I would love to do that myself, but it's just the cost of hardware and the barrier to entry for any kind of woodwork prevents me from doing this kind of
Yeah,
thing.
dude. I'll be brutally honest with you. Like,
Life's ain't cheap.
it's just it's a real like suck it and see job. Like, I basically, like, I mean, for a living, like
Experiment.
yeah, I know, yeah. But yeah, like for sorry, Dan.
Suck it and see for a living.
I do, my friend. I do. It's hard work, but someone's got to do it. Man, my knees are killing me. But no, for a living, I basically like I refurb electronics. So like I'm always taking shit apart and putting it back together. So like I don't know when I had this shitty old guitar like lying around, and I was like, man, I want to jazz it up. Basically just took it all apart, like took everything out of it, took all the electrics out. And thanks to the good friends at PayPal Credit, thank you PayPal Credit. Through like 120
Sponsored by PayPal.
through £120 at eBay, and generally like this is what came out. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I've
I
done
would
some of
honestly
those,
love to do that kind of thing, but I just think even to buy the tools to do a half decent job, you're looking into the thousands, and it's just not worth it for me for something that would be hobby level.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it depends how
So-
how far you want to go. The other project I got on at the minute, which I was showing the guys, might be of interest to Bill. Snare drum that I've been building, which is,
Okay.
as you can see, it's a 30mm stave oak shell, and I got this made by a guy who's pretty local to us in North Walsham. But I basically spent like all day today drilling holes in it.
Shithole.
It is a shithole. But yeah, this is like basically like so far the shell was £230, like so just this piece of wood. And I've had to spend £60 on a pillar drill so I could drill the holes like so they're square.
Sure.
I've then like brought some sandpaper, like, and that's pretty much where I'm at so far. So, and like for Bill, who's I've come up with like something that's a little bit ingenious that I don't know if anyone's done before, on a drum, which if you look, so obviously like this would be normally where like the drum skin sits against here. I've drilled holes in the bearing edge, which they go down into the shell, and then they come out the sides here.
Right.
So like that's the venting system built into the drum. So like there's no direct vents out of the internal chamber where like your airflow and your vibrations come from. It has to go through the shell, down through the bearing edge, and then out of the shell. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, like I get a pretty sick like snare drum tone out of that.
Yeah.
Total geeky shit that like everyone's sitting there, like everyone's looking like Camille now because they're like, what the fuck?
You should put a,
Love it,
put a
man.
piezo pickup inside.
Dude, like
Yeah.
I think the most important is what you're looking for is unique. You know, if that will be
Yeah.
unique sound that you
Put some
actually
EMGs.
make a fortune.
Yeah, totally.
that's it.
When I was
Censoring
15,
it, so like, you
Carry
can
on.
link it up to Easy Drummer or something. So if you're not, if the sound of the fucking snare fucks up, at least you'll have a drum pad.
No, I know, but I
instead.
could just take one off of like
An
an
electronic
just take
drum
an
pad
electronic
after all
drum
that.
pad along. I should do that for gigs. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
So I'll somehow get like a sample of the Lars Ulrich snare drum from Saint Anger, and I'll just use that live. And fuck you guys.
Oh,
Pong,
That's a
pong,
dangerous
pong.
road to be going down, bro.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. And that album, dude. Funny enough, I don't know if you've heard of the guy. I used to go to school with a guy called Pete Plays Music, who's on YouTube. No
okay.
idea if you guys have heard of him.
code.
But
Quite good with my YouTube musicians, but I've not heard
yeah,
of that
no, I
one.
used to go to school with him. Like, he's a super cool guy. Sort of like in and around London based, so like kind of your guys' way.
Yeah.
Funny enough, he done like a review like of Saint Anger, like, you know, however like many years later, and it's funny, like you kind of listen back on it, and I don't think it's that bad of an album.
The songs aren't that bad.
I think
it's
in
just-
isolation it might have done fine, but in comparison to the earlier works, that's where the problem happens.
Yeah,
It's
Make
like
the best
Jim.
of what you got, sort of thing.
Yeah. I think honestly, if it was their first album, I think it would have been more than passable but for a band that's getting off their feet.
yeah.
Me and Dan, funnily enough, literally Dan dropped me home from rehearsal and we were having a debate on why that album tanked. That's really
Oh, dude,
weird.
like, come on,
And-
man. Like, let's open up this debate. Come on, Dan.
Dan, I can't
Do you know,
see you
when
on
I-
screen, so sorry if I interrupt or whatever because you've completely gone off to me.
Well, it wasn't so
I
much about
can't fuck all. Can everyone else hear and
I
see
can hear
Dan?
Dan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up,
Alright.
Alex. He's speaking.
It's
Alright,
you, Alex.
Okay,
Damn it.
someone just give me a thumbs up when it's okay
Yeah,
to
okay.
talk.
Will do.
Don't worry, I will. It wasn't so much about Saint Anger in general. It was more just the sort of like the just shift in Metallica's style, and to me it was the sort of encroaching other musical genres that were happening around the 90s. Say that sort of rise of sort of like new grunge
Yeah.
music like Nirvana and Screaming Trees. That Metallica really felt like they needed to get out and do something a bit different without really thinking, personally, about what exactly they were doing. Sort of leaving their entire core fan base behind. But, I mean, what the fuck do I know? They're suddenly multi-millionaires, so what the fuck
Who am I
know?
to tell them what to do?
Yeah, exactly. Who the fuck am I telling what to do? But
Yeah,
Saint
you
Anger,
could be-
the songs in general, I don't think are actually that bad, as you said. It's just the tone and the sound
Yeah,
that gets me.
completely,
It's not
100%
like
agree.
Frantic is a banger.
Yeah.
Frantic is an absolute banger.
Yeah, even like Sweet Amber's a good song, but it's just that horrible like production. Like once again, the drums sound like fucking pots and pans and dustbins, and like the guitar tone's just
Legit,
muddy.
like, whacking.
Yeah, it's just such a shame.
I didn't even notice the bad snare at all.
What?
When I first heard that, I just
Really?
no. I know it's
How
really
could you
weird.
not?
It wasn't until everybody started commenting that the snare was really bad that I suddenly honed in on the snare. But I was listening to the album as a whole, and I just thought the fucking lyrics are fucking shit. The recording quality for Bob Rock was fucking
Oh,
shit.
shit.
The bass sounded shit, and the drum sounded all right to me, apart from the, like you say, the snare. But I didn't notice the snare being the main reason why everybody hated that album until it was mentioned that the snare
No
was the
offense,
main
yeah.
reason that everybody hated that album. But to me, James Hetfield was fucking diabolical on that fucking album.
He was fucking
Mm.
diabolical. He didn't think.
I'm going to go slightly off grid here and disagree with practically everyone on the internet and say that I don't think the snare is that it bad. Like, it's not good. There's so much crap in that you say,
Yeah.
like James Hetfield, etc. The new sound. I think this is like a Nickelback situation where a few people pointed out that something was bad, and everyone was like,
Oh,
"Yeah,
yeah.
that
That sucks.
we know what we're talking about," and it just became a meme of itself. If that makes
No,
sense.
I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I'd go with that.
The whole drum kit sounds bad. I would never listen to something and be like, that individual thing is awful. Recording just doesn't really work like that for me.
Yeah.
It's a bit different with Nickelback, though. That's the thing. It wasn't so much.
I have no idea how they're going for the rest of you, but I'm getting like 10 seconds of silence and all of you look really interested. So I'm assuming
Yeah, Dan's talking.
Dan's saying something insightful.
We have to work out like a complicated like sign signal for when Dan's talking.
Should I like disconnect and reload or something?
Give it a
'Cause
go,
that's
man.
gonna
Yeah,
cause
give it
problems.
a go, dude. Give it a go.
You could try
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
give it a
No
go.
sweat. Sorry.
I say this, if I disconnect, I don't know how to reconnect.
Well, then Dan gets a good
Alright,
chance.
nice to chat to you anyway.
It was nice to meet you, mate. See you later.
Right, brilliant. Best.
Okay. In which case, yeah, Dan.
Shall I wait for him to come back, or do I just like?
No, take your
Continue.
chance. Run with it.
I'll yammer. Right. But Nickelback to me was different. It wasn't so much anything they've made or anything like that. It was the fact that they completely sold out.
Yeah.
They went completely in it, changed their entire musical genre and their style for purely monetization.
Yeah.
That was it. They used to be fucking grindcore. I mean, how can you go from grindcore to we all just wanna be big rock stars? You're
What
like,
the fuck?
To
You
be
know?
fair, with Nickelback, I don't like some of Nickelback's songs are all right. I just think they've got an attitude problem, honestly.
Dude, like,
they
do you know, like,
There's a reason
yeah.
why when they play Portugal, they have stones thrown at them. Like,
Yeah.
that was.
The thing is, it's like, I don't
Yeah,
know,
I
like,
just-
you listen to early Nickelback stuff, man, it rips. Like, before they sold out, like, it rips, man. Some of the riffs are heavy as fuck.
The guitar tones on their early album is
Yeah,
fantastic.
like, Dark Horse is, like, still, like, I think a really fucking great album, but I don't know, and even, like, when you say about, like, the Attitude thing, like, I saw them talking to Graham from Loudwire, and I was like, do you know what, they're not a bad group of guys, but it's just, I think, like, Chad Kroger's got the same issue as, like, Lars Ulrich. He'll say the wrong things at the complete fucking wrong time. And just makes himself look a bit of a twat. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, fucking, it's your fault fucking St. Anger sucks, you fucking Lars, fucking Napster, fucking motherfucker. Like, you know, it's just one of those, like...
I think like with Nickelback, they've fallen down that rabbit hole of the internet and the memes, and then now a lot of people don't know why they don't like them. They just don't like them because the internet told them not to like them.
Dude,
So I
agreed.
think they're kind of like fucked at that
Yeah, they
point.
are fucked. Like, they are fucked because they're fighting, they're trying to piss up wind,
Yeah.
you know, it's,
You can't beat the internet.
no, you can't, dude.
To be honest, negative fame is still fame, you know. It's like
Actually, on the
Yeah.
internet, fucking negative fame is better than positive fame. Unfortunately,
Agreed.
if you're
It's
some
making
sort of
more
cunt on
money
the
true.
internet,
for you.
True.
people will listen to your music, can't they?
Yeah.
You can still sort of fight the tide with this or go with it. Like Neck Deep, when they got slandered for being generic pop punk, they started making shirts saying in air quotes generic
Yeah.
pop punk and selling it to fans. And I just think like brilliant. If Nickelback started making shirts saying worst band in the world, they would get so much
Yeah.
love.
No,
With like quotes of people saying that, etc. That would be amazing. I'll buy that
it's
shirt.
like take their like quotes like from Twitter or something, like replies to messages, and just like put it on a t-shirt.
Totally.
You know. Jeez.
My first experience of seeing Neck Deep, I don't know if you guys will know them, is going to a gig they were supporting and seeing people wearing shirts saying Neck Deep as shit and thinking, my God, this band's going to get slated. And it was only at the end that I realised they were the ones selling them.
Yeah.
And now here I am discussing that band in an interview. So you
Yeah.
can work with it or against it.
Yeah, indeed. No, I totally agree, man. Totally agree. I mean, you know, look at like what System of Down done. Like when there was that whole like people ripping off music, they released an album called "Steal This Album." Like you know,
Yeah.
as you say, it's like it's all about like owning that that thing. And I think Matt Heafy from Trivium said about it. He goes like, you know, he was getting a lot of shit, obviously because like Trivium being told what to do by their record label. In the end, he was just like, well, I'm just doing what I'm told. Like, so he just started owning it. So like people were sending memes, like taking the piss out of him, and he was just like reposting them all over like his Instagram and Facebook, and just being like, yeah, like look at
Okay.
these stupid things that people are doing to me. And like I said, totally diffused it. Like, you know,
Sure.
I think it's quite cool when like you see a band just like own it and say, yeah, so what? Fucking don't, if you don't like us,
Yeah.
fine, that's cool.
You can't fight the internet. The second you say you don't like something, that item will arrive at your house. Like
got
it's
it.
just the way that the world is now.
You got it, man. Yeah, no, I was watching an interview with Darren Miller from who used to be in CKY earlier this year, and he said like people they're just goading a reaction, like they want a reaction. You know, that's why they do this stuff. Like they don't really hate like this stuff. They're doing it because they just want like that little niggle, and that's kind of what the internet is. And I don't know. We're getting too philosophical here. Anyways, you guys like beer? I like beer.
It's just
Yeah.
attention seeking at the end of the day, saying, "Oh, I don't like this, and I don't like that."
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more when it's kind of fucking sucks.
Big psychology enthusiast. I have a theory that it's like everyone's idea of trying to be in on the inside joke. If there's something going on, they want to be a part of it to the extent that if you say you don't like this, they will make it and send it to you just to have that story to tell that they done this and that with that band or made this meme.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's that wanting to be involved thing, isn't it?
Mhm,
Bullshit.
mm.
Weird. Don't like it. I don't like it.
Either. It's shit.
Sadly, that's do unless we close down the internet. I don't know how to do that. Which actually we're streaming on the internet. Fuck, we better not do that.
South Park told me there's a button you can push that just turns it off and
Oh
on
no
again.
way.
No, you just
Yeah.
turn the big modem off and on again, and
Yeah,
it'll
that's the
reset.
one. Yeah.
Do we have any idea where this big modem
Oh,
is?
it's popular in Russia. You just press it and Europe disappear.
Oh man,
Imagine though.
we're not in Europe
Imagine
anymore.
true.
Thank fuck for that.
happened. Fucking hell. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Really?
No, it
ins-
won't.
Yeah.
There would be
They just
so
blow
many
the
people.
internet up.
Next theory.
The world would be
I
full
would
of
love that.
morons trying to Google how to turn the internet back on and getting frustrated when it doesn't work.
I don't think I'd be able to
Oh, for
carry on my
fuck's
degree
sake.
if there was no internet.
Oh
Uh,
shit.
No, I couldn't. Oh, Jesus.
What are you studying at the minute, Jack?
I'm doing aerospace engineering, so
Wow.
aeroplanes and
Wow.
rockets. And
Well,
shit.
you're like by far the smartest one here.
Don't tell him that. Don't.
I feel so
Just-
stupid
No,
now.
I've already been there, done that.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Been there, done that.
Calm down, Dan.
No,
Calm
I'm
down.
Landed
not.
on the moon, got pissed, fucking came home again.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm what the internet calls at the moment a Zoom engineer because everything's online. So Zoom engineer.
Zoom engineer. I like it. I like it. I like it. Dude, I was gonna try and like be clever and come up with like some strange aeronautical questions just to try and take this on a weird tangent. But dude, I'm not gonna lie. It's late on a Sunday. I can't do that.
Alex did a psychology degree if she's got one for that.
Really? I'm not gonna ask him questions. He'll psych me out.
Shoot. Yeah, nah.
Alex, do it.
We're all friends here.
Um,
I see you're wearing black.
Yeah. Really worried where I was gonna go.
I have an interview for my masters, whether I'm getting in about 3 days' time, and it's quite nice to be on an interview drinking beer because, funnily enough, I don't think on that interview getting out my Les Paul is going to save me.
Yeah, and like your 2-litre bottle of Old Rosie or whatever it is. So.
If they ask me a difficult question, I'm like, let me show you my pedal board, just quickly.
Yeah.
That's what Campbell is doing.
Yeah. Where this interview's gone so far, I don't think any of it would fly in a real interview. Hey, here's my beer, here's my guitar, here's a jar of jizz. Like, I don't think that's going to fly in a psychological interview.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you know actually what, Jack? I'm going to throw this back at you then. So, if they were looking for dedication, you know, would there be a question in an interview? Could you not surely present the jar of jizz and say, well, you know, worked hard on this, I've dedicated to this?
I've been saving up to use it as moisturiser.
Really?
No, this is just the case of, oh no, this is what lockdown has done to me.
Mate,
Look at what you've done, Boris. This is all your
yeah,
fault.
you made me wank in a jar.
That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
It's his fault. Him and his bendy buses, wanker.
This would be it. This would be it now. If they ask me a question I can't understand, I'm just going to confuse them back and be like, "What do you think is Hanging Mammal as a band name? Good indie band, right? Yeah."
The best thing is like,
What you do is
Just
you just
throw
throw
them.
the question back at
Yeah.
them and you're like, well, what do you think the answer is?
Yeah.
And then they'll just stare at you as if you're insane. Just do that.
that's totally like, and that's full on psychology as well. So it's totally relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll see it that way.
Yeah, they're probably not just going to turn off the screen.
I actually have a horror image in my head that the interviewee is a secret metalhead and is just going to message being like, "You're clearly not taking this very seriously, are you?"
They'd be like, funny enough, I saw you on a Twitch stream on Sunday night.
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
you're going to get the fucking plays.
Yeah, that sort of thing happens to me all the time.
Oh, really, Jim? Please tell more.
Yeah. No.
No,
My
come on.
PhD university lecturer just messages me on Discord being like, "Yo, I was playing Borderlands 3 and came across this Twitch
He's like,
stream."
yeah, you drunk out your mind, like trying to say Saint Anger weren't a bad album. Jeez.
Yeah, I know, man.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. Do not put words in my mouth.
Whoa,
again.
whoa, whoa.
I heard that.
Meme,
He
Alex.
said
Wow.
that. He said that.
No, he did not. I won't have it. Fake news. Bad journalism.
But still a news.
Sensationalist media is pigeonholing me.
I don't know. I thought I heard that.
Fake
too.
or not, it's still a news.
This is news. Still good. We're keeping the British tabloids
Jesus.
going.
I'm going to see it now. Here now, Thrasherwolf bassist is massive Nickelback fan. Brilliant. Good job.
Yeah, well done, Alex. You single-handedly run us into the ground.
Yeah, we'll just Photoshop
Yeah.
you with your arm around Chad Kroger, like, you know. Yeah.
Thrasherwolf likes Nickelback, and Alex definitely isn't getting into uni. Those are the two.
The next day, Thrasherwolf seeks bassist.
Cries.
Phil, go sort that poster out, please.
I'm gonna go straight on Photoshop. Straight on Photoshop after this. Loving that.
Have you guys had an interview where there's been like an argument between the band? Like you ask a question, someone answers, the other one goes, "No, it's not. Those aren't our influences. We don't do that."
Dude, let me think. Like, I don't know.
Not
No,
yet.
not yet. I mean,
There has to be at least like one.
No.
I mean, we had like a few where like.
Because it must be fucking brilliant publicity for you guys if I was to now get fired as a result of this interview. That must be great for you.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Yeah.
It,
Alex has got some very sad news.
yeah. I'm really sorry, Alex.
Oh, it's starting slowly.
But Alex, if it's any consolation, we're looking for a bass player at the minute, so you know.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck you, Dan. I don't need you guys.
There was someone applied actually a little while ago, but we just didn't hear from them again.
Oh, fair play.
You talking about that girl?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
What?
What you said
Who?
to her, Camille.
Sorry.
I'm wondering what you said to her.
Well, I've just been pushing away the competition, knowing this interview is coming up. What happened to your last bassist? Speaking of snagging off band members, what happened to your last guy?
Oh, I don't know if I should say or Sean.
Me?
Come on, do it. If we're all going to air our dirty laundry on it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dan, and what happened to your last
Come on,
bassist?
Reasonably, dude. Reasonably.
What happened to the last 5 bassists?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
all
really?
because of Sean.
It's all because of me.
5. Yeah, maybe you guys are the problem.
How to say that in diplomatic way?
We have problems with band members. We've
Really?
always had, I mean, we've been together nearly 7 years now, and we've probably had 30 musicians come through this band.
Jesus.
Yeah, around.
Yeah, I think Sean and Simon are the longest standing members of this band.
I'm
apart from
currently
me and
sitting.
Camille. Yeah.
So what, are you guys just really hostile to newcomers? Like,
Oh, yeah.
what happens?
No.
Yes.
Is there a
Well, I'm just
hazing
a
ritual
fucking
that weeds them out?
Yeah,
really.
they put us on Twitch and make us look like pricks.
Like in normal band, you have same rules like in company. You know, you coming to work, you working, you have results, yeah. And when you just
And you
ask
get paid.
someone and they can't be bothered for some of the stuff, some of the things. You just like
Why am I not getting paid then? What the fuck?
Pockets are empty.
Yeah, point taken. Like I've met with a lot of bands, and on paper, the same as you guys say, I've probably burned through about 15 of them. And it makes you think, am I the one that sucks? But just meeting a band that's actually professional, can have fun, but also knows where the line is, etc. It is tricky, so I'll give you that.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more.
I've met guys that are phenomenal musicians and way better bassists than me, but they're assholes, and you can't work with them.
Totally agree, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
Who wants that?
bassist.
Really?
Totally, man.
Sorry, Dan, was you going to say something?
Yeah,
Man?
I mean,
Sorry.
I'd rather settle with half-assed than, that's why
Yeah.
Sean's here.
And that's why you got me.
We're
No,
quite
he's
lucky
got
though
us.
that we're quite good. We're quite good mates anyway, so we just rip the shit out of each other all the time.
Yeah.
Don't worry, next I'm here to kick you into shape.
Man.
No, we just had some bad luck. You know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how it goes sometimes. You have to kind of explain to people how music works these days, that
Sure.
you need to do social media and you
Yeah.
still need to apply your time as though you're going to get paid for it and
Yeah.
get very little back. And, it's not all about when you're going to end up playing Donington Festival. It's about reaching your fan base and talking to the people that have made some sort of connection to you on a regular basis and all that sort of stuff. But it's really weird how, I'm 47 years old and I've had to quickly learn how to adjust to the social media aspect.
Hold
of
up,
things.
you're 47 years old.
Yeah, literally in
Dude, have you
October
been
this
having
year.
some of that cheeky
Nearly.
semen yourself? You look so young.
Yeah, that's
pal.
why I mentioned it in the first place.
Cheeky
Yeah, you
semen.
look very young for 47, man. Good job.
Cheeky semen. I've never heard
Yeah.
that.
Watch
before.
your eyes.
What are you using?
Yeah, almost 47. In
And is there
October.
merch sales
Moisture.
going on I don't know about?
Yes, I'm selling my jizz online.
I'm
But it is
listening.
like you-
What are you using?
You have to
Thank you
take
for
on
saying.
board the way music has changed these days. It's no longer about you being a rock star and being cool and all that. It's about
Totally, man.
being part of the community of the UK and the social media side of things.
Uh-huh.
And I've always tried to explain that to people, and they've not really wanted to take an interest in it, and they've ended up going, nah, fuck that. I just want to play music. I don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. But
Sure.
if you want to play your hometown, sure, that's fine. Just carry on playing music. But
Doesn't
if
work
you
in a big prospect.
if you want to get gigs, you've got to know the promoters
Mhm.
that book these gigs now, and that takes some work to try and find out who a good promoter is and who's a complete fucking lying bastard on social media.
Yeah, we've learned that one the hard way.
There's
we know a
fucking
few of
loads of them as well. Yeah. So, it really does help to kind of at least attempt to use social media just for that alone, because I love playing live and I've always loved playing live. That's what I'm about, really. I'm not really about recording or anything like that. I'm more about playing live, and that means getting in contact with the people in those towns that you want to play, and me trying to tell other people that that's what they need to do. They haven't liked that, and that's why we've been through so many members, unfortunately.
Okay, man. Can I ask for you guys as a band that's been going for a while, do you have any advice for us who are still relatively emerging and haven't really properly started yet? Corona put such a break on everything. What can you guys say for us that you wish you knew when you guys first started up?
One of the things I've learned is when I first started up, I didn't really think about social media quite as much. And I would quite happily say that this band's shit and that band's shit all the time. And then unfortunately, somebody in one of those bands noticed that I was shit, saying shit,
Sure.
And yeah, I learned very quickly not to fucking slate too many bands off all at once. You can say I don't like this band, I don't like that band, fair enough, but not all the time, which is what I was doing. Like, well, why the fuck is this band playing this festival? They suck, sort of thing. I was getting really bitter and fed up because I'd already been to a certain level of success in my life where I was in Kerrang magazine, Metal Hammer, and all these great magazines that now nobody ever reads. But yeah, when you start doing it on social media, you become very unliked in the industry. So try to avoid doing that. And make
Jim,
as many friends as you can.
There was a story about he was chatting to Rob Flynn, wasn't it? And then one of the members in the band then like badmouthed him.
Rob Flynn?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you tell us that story?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's just on Twitter. Rob Flynn was talking about his new album and new single that was coming out the next day, and I was replying to him, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to hearing it." I can't even remember how into it was going, but that I actually got a reply, and then I replied again with something or other, and he was like, "Cool, check it out." I think I said I want to send you one of our T-shirts, and he was like, "Cool, man." And then next day, the guitarist Chris was just slating what he'd heard on the new Machine Head. He said, "This is fucking bollocks." I can't understand how Machine Head is still going, and it's like, fuck,
Yeah, like, dude.
If he sees the relationship between band members, that's it. That's how we're fucked. You know what I mean? So, yeah, with the musicians you love, even like we've sat here slagging off Lars Ulrich's fucking drum sound. We've sat here slagging off James Hetfield, and yeah, we're allowed to do that to some degree because they're so big it doesn't matter. But I've had ex-guitarists of mine go on tour with Metallica and stuff, so you just never know who's listening, who's watching, and I hope Metallica are watching this because then they'll go, "Yeah, you fucking bunch of cunts."
Is that yeah?
We're actually joking. We are actually
I love
joking.
James Hetfield. Like he's my idol. So James Hetfield's a big yes. Lars Ulrich, yeah, you're kind of okay.
Yeah, just
and there's
disclaimer.
Dan not learning the lesson. Just give us.
Just a disclaimer to James and Lars, if you are watching, we're big fans. Hope you guys are well. See you soon.
Yeah, we love you, Lars. Love you.
Hopefully you've made it this
Man,
far
Lars,
after
your
we
drum
slagged you off
sound, man.
earlier.
Please, I'd love to know more.
Just want to say something. I think like we are musicians and we know how hard is go through all that system and how to get out with our music. And I think even if its band is not really good or it's like nothing what we like, in my opinion, I mean, personally, I always respect that bands because it's a lots of hard work to go through that point when you actually started and someone see you on a stage. So even if its band is not really good enough in someone's opinion, I'm never going to say that to them like straight away, because it's unrespectful, to be honest, you know.
Yeah, totally.
Still a lot of work.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Totally.
For a small band, you know, I've seen a lot of people slagging off like other bands for the metal to the masses thing, the Bloodstock thing, and it's like I just want to go and have fun and play and see other bands, you know, wherever they are. And yeah, once they get to a certain level, you can kind of give your opinion on it, because they're not going to be affected by your shitty little opinion, are they? You know what I mean? But the little bands and stuff, we got to look after each other, haven't we? Really?
Yeah.
Of course we do. It's the scene. We have to stick together, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny enough, Dan. Like that was, you know, I think I badmouthed Rob Flynn a bit. To be fair, a couple of times on this show, purely kind of like, you know, in line with that reason that I remember when Avenged Sevenfold released an album, and to be fair, it did sound like a bit of Metallica kind of rip-off, but like he was the first one out there. Like,
Hail to the King, right?
sorry,
Hail to the
that
King,
was the
right?
one. Hail to
I
the
was
King.
just about to say that,
I
Hail
wouldn't
to
say
the
Hail to the
King,
King, but I couldn't remember if that was the one.
Complete Metallica.
But yeah, you know, it just sounded like Metallica version 2, and he was the first one being like, man, those fucking guys, they fucking suck. Who the fuck do they think they are? Blah, blah. I was like, dude, like you shouldn't be saying these things, you know, for this exact reason. That like the metal community isn't like it, you know, we need to stick together. Like we're all in the same fucking thing, and we do it because we love it, and you know, we love the music. We might not like a certain band, but you know, on the whole, like, you know, we're all metalheads and we fucking love it. And I'd much rather see a metal band I dislike do well, you know, than see the fucking metal scene just disappears. So, you know, you know, it's like, and that's kind of, I don't know, that like, yeah, I really fucking hate
The
when
metal
people don't.
scene is extremely weird in that vein, in that everyone does try their best to be loving and do the community, and I think this more than other genres, people do try and stick together.
Yeah.
But then also there's utter hostility between different subgenres of scenes, and it's weird that it's like the most loving, inclusive group as long as it's your bit.
Yeah.
If it's the most loving, inclusive group of the other bit, no, absolutely
Strange.
not.
So strange.
And yeah, it's just funny. Metal kind of parallels, society in that way, that we're all one and we're all together until it's something other than you.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good way of putting it. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it's been really, really fucking great talking to some intelligent people.
I know, man.
To say.
Yeah, thank you, Jack.
Not dissing the previous ones. They're not unintelligent. I'm just saying you've really kind of made a lot of emphasis tonight on various different subjects that I've actually never really thought about. Whoa.
So you're not just a bunch of pretty faces.
Again, for a bunch of young dudes as well.
Yeah, man.
You're fucking intelligent metal dudes, and thrash music isn't classed as intelligent music in a way, is it? It's kind of like Neanderthal, bang it all out there, fucking make it all happen. But yeah, we know the real truth. We know that heavy metal takes a lot of maths, takes a lot of mathematics to work out what we're doing.
Some psychology and some aeronautics, and you know,
it's a genius craft.
Yeah,
it is.
So I hope you end up playing in space.
Thank you. Jack, make us a space stage immediately.
I want to make a flying guitar strap, but at the same time, I can't be bothered because it sounds like too much effort.
Make it happen, dude. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Dan, are you two brothers then? Like, is that why you're on camera together?
Yeah, he's the drummer, and I'm obviously the front man. So yeah, I sort of trained him up.
Yeah. So
I thought you were Bill's mum.
That's cool. It's like
right. Yeah,
I'm of the Thrasherwolf.
Yes.
There we go, dearie.
So we are in one bubble.
It's fine, son. He hates me.
No, not said a word. I don't blame him. Yeah, guys, it's been a fucking pleasure chatting to you for like the last fucking hour and a quarter. I just wanted to like ask you, like, yeah, man, dude, like this is flown by, man, fucking flown by. So, I know, insane. So like, and I think this just shows, man. I'm sure I speak for the other three guys that we'd love to get you back for a future show to catch up again, if that's cool with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Cool.
It's one of the more fun interviews I've had. Sorry, not interviews.
Not interview. Remember that.
Discussion and debates about music.
No, hang out.
Sorry, that's much more
about jizz and booze, but not both together. So yeah, I wanted to like ask you guys, you know, for the guys that are on Twitch, guys that are going to watch later on YouTube, and also can catch us back on Facebook. Like, where can we hear Thrasherwolf? What social media pages can we follow you on? And where can we get your merch, man? I'd love to know where we can get your merch.
Dan, all you.
Right. Is it? Yeah, all right.
Is it?
For our music, you can check us out not only on Spotify, but on basically every single other streaming and purchasing platform. That's Apple Music, that's Deezer, that's Amazon Music. Did I already say that? I don't think it's on iHeartRadio, all that jazz. And people can also buy physical copies, the CDs we have from our Bandcamp, which the link is basically in all of our social media's main pages. It's there, just written there, Bandcamp. We have shirts, Vortex design shirts. Bill, could you fetch us a Vortex shirt, please?
Yes.
Let's see some merch, man.
Yes, Bill. Come on, Bill. Hurry up.
Chop, Bill.
Get on it, boy.
While Bill's doing that, I'd say I think Instagram is the place where we post the most content too. Right now, YouTube is one of our weaker platforms as we don't have much on it. So for people watching there, going to Instagram would probably be a wider source of content.
Dude.
Hey,
Instagram
there
and
it is.
Facebook. Twitter's basically non-existent for us as well at the moment.
We'll get around to it eventually, but
Yeah.
We
Be bothered.
need to expand on our social medias. We need a Twitter account, I think, personally as well, just to expand that reach.
We have got the Twitter account down. We just haven't used it in like over a year.
has it been that long? Wow.
Fuck yeah, I'm still logged into it.
I'm managing the YouTube, I'm managing the Instagram, so someone can get on that. That'd be lovely.
Yeah. So guys, yeah.
Look, and Sean's got a wolf t-shirt on tonight as well, isn't it? Look, a Hedra
Hey.
with a wolf on it. You know, because like what you say, you
Here
didn't.
we go. Hold it up for
You
the
weren't the
camera.
only
Oh,
one.
yeah.
You weren't the
There
only
we
one
go.
that thought wolves are fucking cool.
See?
There we are. That's the Vortex brand shirt.
Sick.
You can find on our bank.
That's your Bandcamp.
Nice.
Sick.
Yeah.
This is a shame actually, because I have a companion cube wearing a Thrasherwolf beanie, but he's not around at the
Oh,
minute.
no.
When that would have been a really fun time to show that off.
Damn. Cool.
Yeah, we have beanie hats, we have patches as well as new like little logo pin badges things made by Copanos Metal. Don't know if you know him. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot of 3D printed stuff for the underground scene right now. He's done some printed badges and some full 3D models of like tanks and skulls and things for our Trifecta brothers. The Trifecta at the moment is Thrasherwolf, Hellfected, and Blacklist. Sort of like three.
Oh,
three
Hellfected.
bands.
Yeah, we know those guys. Yeah.
Yeah, we're sort of.
Don't know
we're
Blacklisted though.
Yeah, Blacklist. They just released their new single, which has me and the singer of Hellfected on it as well.
Nice.
A collab called Vengeance. Like, dude, it is
Awesome
It's
track.
Sick.
really good.
The main point for people who want merch at this stage, Bandcamp, where we do all the goodies,
Good shit.
show
Love
offy,
it.
Bats eyelashes.
Love it. Love it.
Please
love
buy
it.
stuff.
Yeah. Give
Yeah.
us your money.
Show a bit of leg.
Yeah, please buy our shit.
Yeah, just buy some stuff for us. It'd be great. And that's me revealing that I'm wearing pajamas.
Nice.
Very dashing.
Yeah, the bottom half's always pajamas. Lockdown.
I kept that secret right up until the last 2 minutes and just completely forgot myself.
Yeah, so check us out on Instagram and Facebook as well. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure being on here.
Not
Thank
at
you
all,
so much.
man. Not at all. Like I said, we'd
Yeah.
love to have you back.
Yeah, but you can't
the
go
future.
yet.
Exactly. Yeah. You think you're done. You think you're
Oh.
done, but you're not.
Ah,
Can't go yet.
So I've just posted a link, obviously, into the chat to find the Thrasherwolf stuff. So guys, if you're on Twitch right now, head over there, head over to the Bandcamp, buy some merch, support the guys, and follow them on all the popular social media. But before we get out of here, I need to ask you, Hedra, the answers to questions that no one wants to hear, which is, would you rather take on questions? So in a moment, I'm going to ask you guys to give me a number between. This is Camille's favourite bit, and I know he sits there all day on a Sunday thinking, what crazy question are they going to ask tonight? So he gets
Just the number. Just the number.
see. So what I need you guys to do, and afterwards, I'm going to ask you to obviously offer some questions to my Would You Rather list. So it's not all about us putting you on the spot. So Don't sweat. So, Jack, Bill, guys, if you could just nominate one of you to pick a number between 1 and 29. Talk amongst yourselves. Decide on one of you guys who wants to do it. I mean, I'm thinking maybe Bill, because Bill's pretty much said nothing all show.
Yeah, Bill, you do
So I
it,
think
man.
like maybe we should ask Bill if
Okay.
he could pick a number between 1 and 29, please. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
21.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Good luck, mate.
Oh, see, okay.
Oh god.
Good
What have you
luck.
done, Bill?
Okay.
What has he done?
Okay. So, once again, this goes out to the whole room. Obviously, I'd like to give you guys like the first dibs on answering it. But it's open to everyone. It's open to everyone. Okay. So, would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky?
I'm always constantly sticky anyway, so you know.
Yeah, we're going to go back to that jar conversation.
I know.
we
Yeah,
got there for
we're coming full circle. We've jizzed on ourselves. So, yeah, constantly.
Maybe I'm against the spirit of the question, but why would I be sticky? I think that heavily affects my answer.
This does, doesn't it?
Because you're just weird, Alex. That's the
Yeah.
point.
See, this is where
You
the
just
whole
are.
psychology thing's really kicking in.
Yeah, it is a bit.
But yeah, on a face term, I'm not saying what the stickiness is or how the stickiness got there, but would you rather be constantly itchy or constantly sticky?
Full body sticky.
Yeah, and full body itchy as well.
Ooh.
Correct.
Oh no.
Definitely
Neither are
sticky.
ideal.
No, neither.
Definitely sticky.
Definitely sticky.
Sticky's better.
I'd
Yeah.
say sticky's better.
But sticky would lead to itchy because everything would stick to you, and then you'd end up itchy.
Yeah, but you could stick feathers to yourself and you could be a giant chicken like in Family Guy.
Yeah.
See,
Sold. Fucking
it's
sold.
what happens when you ask questions to scientists.
What is the meaning of sticky?
Yeah.
Are any of us itchy?
What if I like stick plants to myself? Could I solve global warming?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like a natural ghillie suit, couldn't it? You know, or
Yeah, I could be like a tree.
if you ever seen.
What if you were one of the weirdos that likes being tickled? Being the constantly itchy thing would be quite advantageous there.
It says a guy speaking from experience.
Permanent state of arousal.
You mean to say this entire question is based on what kind of fetish you have?
It could be.
Alex, you haven't answered the question, to be fair.
Yeah,
Is
dude.
that your answer?
You can
Yeah,
choose. He like both.
Look, guys, I have something to tell you, alright?
I like being sticky and itchy.
Both
I'm-
together.
I'm gonna go with sticky.
Sticky.
I'm gonna have to say sticky.
Yeah. Dan, Bill, we sticking with sticky?
Yeah, sticky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with
We're
sticky.
getting all sticky over
So
there.
we're unanimous here.
Pretty unanimous. Simon.
Sticky.
I'm going to leave it there. I'm not even going to ask. Camille.
Yeah, he's not even gonna.
It's where he goes, I already am sticky. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You can't see below this desk. You can't see. Sorry, Camille. Did you say you want to be sticky?
Itchy. I don't want to be sticky.
Oh.
I'm just sometimes just have that feeling like maybe sticky, but then nah.
No,
Itchy.
gonna go with itchy.
Okay.
Jim.
You sure you want me to answer this? Oh, yeah. I mean, like both of them can be controlled by the brain quite easily, but yeah, everybody is sticky on a daily basis, like the bollocks. And that you know, my bollocks get sticky. My arsehole gets sticky daily.
Here,
but
Jim. Do you
can't
know what?
get
We haven't
used to
mentioned
it.
something this show.
Wow. We all talked
That was a
around
secret.
the issue, and you just went straight in there. I respect that.
Straight with the anal cavity.
You just said that on camera like it was
Yeah,
nothing.
everyone gets a
Respect, man.
fucking, you know,
Yeah,
you know, you
everybody
let one
poops.
go.
Respect. Yeah.
yeah. You let one go, you're
Yeah.
blasting out some particles. It
You know
becomes
what, man? I'm not going to be ashamed anymore. You're right.
Yeah. Do you know what? Sticky and proud.
But your brain
Yeah.
adjusts to it, and it tells you, you know, that's just normal.
Yeah.
Let's be sticky today.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sticky is the answer.
I'm sticky and I'm proud.
And I'm normal.
I promise it's okay, guys. I'm just sticky.
It's all good. I'm just feeling real sticky today.
Are you going like I had a quite lazy day today, so maybe I will just get sticky. Oh, done.
Getting sticky with it. Na 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 na
Yeah, them
na.
fucking sausages you cooked yesterday, they didn't
Oh,
help
mate.
either.
How's your fart?
Better?
Not
It
good.
wasn't a fart.
Is it always like this here? Do you guys get this a lot?
Yeah.
It gets worse, to be honest.
Yeah? Okay.
It gets worse.
Nothing like diarrhea in the office.
Have you ever considered that you lose members because they're just terrified?
Yeah.
They'll be trying to play bass, and one of you guys is just like, "Hey, do you poop? Because I poop."
Oh god.
Yeah. Hey.
I think our band might be the
sticky
final
right
nail in the
now.
coffin for you as well.
Not at all, man.
Probably left the band because like some awkward situation like. Are you vegetarian?
It's normal over
This-
here.
Sorry.
Yeah, we are the new normal. Yeah, I mean, we have some pretty random questions in there. I'm not gonna lie. So, give you, another one, just to give you an idea. So yeah, I think you're completely right, Alex. I mean, we probably do scare a lot of people off, but I'm probably the one to blame for that. But it's just really random questions. Like, would you rather lick the Pope's bald head or let the Pope fuck you? Like,
Oh, that's easy. Fuck you. No problem.
Yeah.
No, not even think twice.
I'm sure you wouldn't.
Because what? Very good.
Oh,
Anyways,
there's
on,
no
on,
smart
on
comment, I
that
don't know.
bombshell, no, I'd like to ask you guys, obviously, do you have any suggestions for my would you rather question list? Has anyone got any suggestions for me? I can add to it.
I've been playing this game in bars since I was, I suppose on camera I should say 18.
Oh man, you got some
now-
good
now
ones.
it's
You got some
gone.
good ones. Come on. Come on.
Wow. To this degree, it's difficult.
Yeah, I put you on the spot a little bit. I do apologise.
Right.
Come on, guys.
God damn.
I should get like the countdown music out.
Pressure. Okay, I got one. A really nerdy music question.
Okay.
Would you rather play with all your gear being from line 6 or all your gear being from Behringer?
Ooh.
Oh, tough one.
Because both have some real pros and some real cons.
Wow,
Yeah,
look
like
at you, Alex,
digital
being
floor
smart.
pedals. It's
Yeah.
a con.
Like it. See, this is the thing: is you've got random questions like being fucked by the Pope, and then you're gonna have like a gear question in there. I'm loving that. Loving that.
Yeah,
really mix
man.
it up.
Might not be a rocket scientist like Mr. Big Penis Jack
yeah,
over
yeah.
here, but
Oh,
I have my
oh,
uses.
Billy Big Spuds, look at him. But yeah.
God, could I have sounded any more passive aggressive camp there?
Am I there with this
That's just you,
massive?
Alex. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
That
like you're
is
walking
really
the
is.
streets of, like you're walking the streets of Harlem.
Terrible.
Just talking about fucking the Pope, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And on that note, I'd like to end the show. So yeah, a massive thank you guys, man, for like coming hanging out with us this Sunday, and being fucking good sports and enjoying it. Like we said right at the beginning of the show, like you guys are fucking kicking some serious ass. Keep doing what you're doing, man, 'cause it's fucking working. So
Thank you,
yeah,
guys.
man, please keep that up. Obviously, wish you all the best in your interview, Alex. All the best with your aeronautics. Jack, Dan, Bill, keep fucking doing what you're doing, man. You're kicking ass. So yeah, we'll but yeah, I'd love to have you guys back
Stay
on the show.
sticky.
Yeah, stay sticky. That's the message for tonight. Stay sticky.
We'll stay sticky.
That's actually cool. Stay sticky.
That's a new catchphrase to end the show. It's just your next interview, just
Stay
end it with
sticky.
"stay sticky" and see what they
That's,
say.
yeah, this is it.
Hashtag stay
Okay,
sticky.
a new merchandise line, just a great big white blob saying "Stay sticky." You heard it here first on Twitch. So, but no, like
My biological
no, a genuine massive thank you to you guys. Yeah, please go check out Thrasherwolf. And yeah, we'll catch all you guys soon. So peace out, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, lads. See you
Cheers,
later.
Bye now.